wins today in a makeup game, a one-game set, and they lost 3-2. So another awful low-scoring game hitting-wise. That's 9 runs in our last 5 games with only 1 win. So that's not gonna do it. You definitely need to be scoring more than an average of less than 2 runs a game over your last 5. I mean, that's pathetic. I know we've been facing some good pitching, but to not be able to score on the Twins as well is just unacceptable. So let's go over the box score. So I did not do a pregame because I didn't have my computer with me, but I was able to watch the entire game, so we can do a little bit of recap, and I will have the pregame tomorrow. So who did well for us? Derek Hill played amazing. He hit a solo home run, really showing that power. He's got 2 on the season, and he hasn't really hit a lot in his entire minor league career, so it'd be really cool if we could find a hidden power source with him. 2 hits as well. He had a single, but it didn't really do anything else. So Harold Castro, he played pretty well. 2 for 4. He probably would have been, I hate to say it now, because he did well, but I always love picking Harold Castro as my player of the game. I'm glad he played over Willie Castro today. He deserved more playing time in that Blue Jay series, so I'm glad he played at least this, and he better be playing against Oakland. So Haas caught today, and his one hit was the 9th inning. I don't even know if they called those errors. Yeah, I think just the second one was an error. The 9th inning, basically, we were out. Like, there was 5 outs that they could have got. Colomé threw it over the guy's head for Haas's ground ball, and he got there, but I think he would have been safe anyway. And then when Harold Castro came up to the plate, he threw it over Sano, so Sano had to jump, and then when he came down, his foot wasn't on the bag by the time Harold crossed the bag, so it was just a really crazy play, and it almost kept us alive. But then Grossman came in to pinch hit, and he got it up to 3-1. Then he got under a ball and popped it up, which really sucked because it was a nice pitch to hit. Grossman's been so clutch this entire year, and I really thought he was going to come through. So it sucked to see he didn't. Who had a bad game? Probably our 3 best players, Scope, Candy, and Miguel. 0 for 12 with all 3 of them combined. I mean, that is absolutely brutal. I mean, this Minnesota pitching lineup is not, they're not, nobody notable. And like Ober, if we look here at his baseball savant, he's got some good stuff. And that walk, he's got really good control, and his chase rate's really nice. And to be honest, he was locating each one of his pitches perfectly, especially that fastball. He is 6'9", 260, so it's an awkward frame. Probably a weird release point, and he's putting up really good numbers this year. 2-2 with a 3.98 ERA, 77 strikeouts in 74 innings. I mean, that's pretty solid. He's got the 4-seam slider changeup mix with curveball as well. He's pretty similar pitch mix to everyone nowadays, but with that 6'9" frame, I'm guessing it's a little bit harder to hit him. So if we go back and who played well for the Twins, just pretty much Donaldson. No one else. Donaldson hit the 2-run home in dead center. After Polanco singled Buxton home. I also wanted to point out that Donaldson hit a double. Donaldson's a really good player. I actually don't know how many years he's under contract. We can take a look here. Up until 2023. Okay, so he's going to be in Minnesota for a while, so he's going to be destroying us for 2-3 more years to come, so that's not going to be any fun. But Polanco, his single to score Buxton was a really tough at-bat. He got it up to 3-2. Same with Donaldson. Mize seems to have a problem finishing at-bats, and I think it's because of his lack of velocity and his lack of using the splitter. He doesn't use that splitter as a strikeout pitch. He doesn't use it at all, so he doesn't have that it pitch. He just uses the slider to get strikeouts, and it's not going to work on every batter, and he doesn't have enough velo on that fastball to blow it by MLB hitters consistently, especially not Donaldson and Polanco. Those guys are good, so they both had really good at-bats, got it to full counts, and beat Casey twice. One was for a 420-foot homer, the other one was for a RBI single, so that's what lost us the game solely right there. Buxton is a really good player as well, so he had a nice double. I believe it was a double. It might have been a triple. I can't remember how he got the third. He might. I don't know. It was a double and he got on a pass ball. I remember. Sano had a rough game, fielding and batting. We struck him out. All of our pitchers really made him look stupid. To be honest, even Joe. Casey had 2 really good strikeouts on him. And another thing I want to point out with our pitching, I'll get to Alex Lane, but Del Pozo got hit with a comebacker right in the face, and he was bleeding. I think it was under the chin is where he was cut, and that was pretty scary, but he looked better than most people that I could hit in the face. Like, he got up and he walked it off. I didn't even know if he was going to stay in the game, to be honest, because until I saw him bleeding, I knew he was going to come out, but he looked like he was just going to shake it off and go pitch, but glad it was nothing too serious, and hopefully he doesn't have a concussion, because we just sent down Jason Foley for Del Pozo, so that kind of sucked. I like Jason Foley, and I wish we kept him up over Miguel, but maybe this will send Miguel back down and bring Jason. So speaking of the bullpen, Alex Lane, 2 amazing innings. I thought this was the best Alex Lane we've ever got. Only 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 2 full innings. His stuff looked amazing. There was like a sound to his pitches. I don't know if you guys were hearing it as well. It's like you could hear it whistling through the camera. Like the ball was just spinning so much, and it was snapping in the glove, and his pitches look great. I'm super excited for Alex Lane. I'm hoping next year he doesn't start his season off poorly, and he can actually have like an all-star season and have that ERA in the low 2 to 3s, and he can be a big factor next year. So the last thing, Casey, 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 Ks. So that 1 walk is a huge improvement from his last start, where he was pitching this. It was either his last start or the second to last start. We can take a look here. He pretty much threw the same amount of balls as he did strikes in his last start. And like that, you're not going to win a game doing that. So if we can find if it was his last one or if it was the one before it. It was his last one. Yeah, it was 4 innings. Or no, St. Louis he did well. Never mind. It was the one before that against LA. He was throwing way too many balls. Today he found his control, so that was really impressive, and I'm glad he was able to bring that back and strike out 4 people as well as only walking 1. So 6 full innings. I do believe he kept the pinch count pretty low. He had a couple really quick innings. I don't remember what it was at the end of the 6th, but I believe it was under 100, so he'll be ready to go for his next start as well. Joe came in and really clutched up there in the bottom of the 8th when Del Pozo got taken out. He didn't have any warm-up time, and he came in and got us 2 quick outs as well as a strikeout. And tomorrow we have Oakland, and I will be back for the pregame, where we will have predictions and have a postgame after that. All right, bye-bye.